Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B spoilers recap for Thursday, December 5, reveals that Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Masinswood, felt bad for Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, since she blamed Hope Logan, Annika Noel, for turning him against the Forresters. According to Steffy, neither Hope nor Carter would ever set foot in Forrester Creations again. Hope went on a rant as she tried to justify the coup, but Steffy was appalled and said Hope must have done a real number on Carter. Steffy always thought Carter was immune to a woman like Hope, but she saw that she was wrong now that the Forresters had been betrayed. Hope felt Carter was taken for granted and said they agreed about Forrester Creations needing new leadership. However, Steffy countered that Carter never felt slighted before Hope got in his head and engineered this whole situation. After Steffy snapped that all Hope and Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, did was destroy good men, she congratulated Hope on finally being just like her mother. In the Forrester design office, Brooke admitted to Katie Logan, Heather Tom, that Hope and Carter were in a serious relationship. Katie was taken aback, but she wasn't upset since her own romance with Carter had been over for a long time. Brooke also confessed that Carter no longer worked there since he tried to seize control of the company. Katie realized Steffy was wrong about Hope seducing John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, and that she set all this in motion by firing Hope based on a misunderstanding. Brooke pointed out that Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., was blaming Hope for Carter's betrayal, which Katie felt was ridiculous. Although the plot was extreme, Katie knew Carter wouldn't have gone this far unless he felt it was absolutely necessary. Brooke said Katie should hear how Ridge was talking about Hope, but she couldn't really defend her under the circumstances. Katie didn't want this to come between Brooke and Ridge, so she pushed Brooke to promise that she wouldn't let it. In the CEO office, Ridge shocked Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Buddig, with the news that Carter double-crossed him in the company. After Ridge explained the LLC takeover scheme, he held the great Hope Logan responsible. Ridge offered updates on Carter and Hope's relationship, which led to their collusion on this takeover plan. Taylor was in disbelief at first, but she ultimately told Ridge she was so sorry and knew how hurtful this must be. Ridge suggested that the first red flag should have been during all the Quinn Fuller, Rena Sofer drama when Carter slept with Eric Forrester's, John McCook, wife. Now, Carter was Hope's puppet, so Ridge ranted about her pulling the strings as Brooke listened nearby. Once Brooke entered, she refused to let Hope get vilified and pointed out that nobody coerced Carter into drawing up those documents. Taylor acted like lust can make people do crazy things, but Brooke still didn't think Hope should get all the blame. Ridge argued that he knew Carter and that something happened to him, so Brooke assumed he meant that something was her daughter. Brooke acknowledged that Hope had a part to play in this betrayal, but she insisted Ridge couldn't blame her completely. Brooke also reminded Ridge that they promised they wouldn't let anything come between them, so she warned him not to let Steffy and Taylor pit them against each other. At Il Giardino, Electra Forrester, Lania Grace, was thrilled over her oldest friend working at her new favorite restaurant, so Remy Price, Christian Weissman, joked about her being his good luck charm since he hadn't dropped any trays yet. Remy was excited to hang out more now that he was living in Los Angeles, but he had to get back to work. After Remy walked away, Electra played up what a great guy he was and told Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, how they used to work at a movie theater together in the summer. Electra mentioned her love for horror films and said Remy used to sneak in some of their friends for free. Although Remy was a really close friend, Electra assured Will that they never dated or hooked up. Will told Electra that he wasn't jealous and accepted her invitation to see a new Christmas horror movie together. Remy glared nearby as Electra held Will's hand and kissed him, so he obviously wasn't happy about their growing bond. Our B&B predictions hint that Remy will take steps to sabotage Will and Electra's romance soon, so stay tuned. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say danger is brewing now that Remy is in lay, but it'll take some time before Electra figures that out. The air in Los Angeles was tense as secrets unraveled, alliances shifted, and emotions ran high in The Bold and the Beautiful. Thursday's episode was a roller coaster of accusations, confrontations, and heartbreak that left everyone questioning where they truly stood. Palpable. Carter, who had always been her rock, was now the source of her deepest heartbreak. Katie had discovered his betrayal, an affair that cut deeper than she thought possible. The revelation that Steffy was somehow involved made the pain even worse. Katie's voice trembled with anger as she confronted Steffy, who stood calm and composed, albeit surprised by the accusation. "How could you? I trusted you," Katie exclaimed, her eyes brimming with tears. Steffy, taken aback, tried to defend herself. "Katie, I didn't push Carter into anything," Steffy responded. "His actions are his own. You know that." Katie, however, wasn't convinced. "You've always had a way of meddling where you shouldn't. You're the reason this family is constantly at odds." As the argument escalated, Steffy remained steadfast, refusing to shoulder blame for Carter's indiscretions. Still, Katie's words lingered, a bitter reminder of the fragile dynamics within the Forrester and Logan families. Meanwhile, over at the Forrester mansion, Taylor and Brooke were locked in yet another heated confrontation. Their decades-long rivalry seemed to have no end, and today was no exception. The latest source of their feud? Ridge's decision to support Steffy during her crisis, leaving Brooke feeling sidelined once again. Brooke, ever fiery, accused Taylor of enabling Steffy's destructive tendencies. "Your daughter keeps causing chaos, and you just sit there, justifying it all," Brooke snapped, her voice sharp. Taylor, never one to back down, countered with equal fervor. "And your family is perfect. Don't forget the countless times your daughters have caused trouble, Brooke." Their argument quickly spiraled into a war of words, with old wounds reopened. Taylor brought up Brooke's history with Ridge, while Brooke reminded Taylor of her own shortcomings as a mother. As their voices echoed through the grand living room, Ridge walked in, exasperated. "Enough, this isn't helping anyone." His attempt to mediate fell on deaf ears as both women refused to relent. In a quieter corner of the city, Carter sat alone, his thoughts heavy with guilt. The weight of his betrayal was unbearable. He knew he had hurt Katie deeply, and the thought of losing her was a pain he hadn't anticipated. As the day wore on, Carter found himself at Katie's door, desperate to make amends. When she opened it, her expression was a mix of sadness and anger. "Katie, please let me explain," he began, his voice soft but earnest. "Explain? What is there to explain, Carter? You cheated. You lied to me," Katie said, her voice breaking. Carter admitted his mistake, but he also revealed the deeper reasons behind his actions, feelings of inadequacy, and a longing for something he couldn't quite define. It wasn't an excuse, and he knew that, but he hoped Katie might see the complexity of his emotions. Whether Katie would forgive him or not remained unclear, but her silence spoke volumes. She was hurt, but perhaps a part of her still believed in the man she once loved. Elsewhere, Hope and Thomas shared a quiet moment at Forrester Creations. Their recent collaboration on the Hope for the Future line had brought them closer, sparking rumors of a potential romance. Thomas, ever the charmer, complimented Hope on her creative vision. "You have an eye for beauty, Hope. It's inspiring." Hope, still cautious of Thomas's intentions, couldn't deny the chemistry between them. She smiled, thanking him, but her thoughts were conflicted. Could she truly trust Thomas after everything that had happened between them in the past? Their conversation was interrupted by Douglas, who ran into the room with a drawing he had made. "Look, Mommy, it's our family," he exclaimed, holding up a picture that included Thomas, Hope, and himself. Hope's heart softened at the sight, but she couldn't shake the unease that lingered. Was Thomas truly reformed, or was he still the manipulative man she had once feared? Back at Forrester Creations, Eric sought out Steffy, sensing her turmoil. As the patriarch of the family, Eric had always been a source of wisdom and support. "Steffy, you can't carry the weight of everyone's mistakes," he said gently. "Focus on what you can control." Steffy nodded, appreciating her grandfather's advice. Despite her outward confidence, she couldn't help but feel the strain of the constant drama surrounding her. She retreated to her office, reflecting on her choices and their consequences. Would she ever find peace, or was she destined to live in the shadow of her family's legacy? As the episode drew to a close, Tensions remained high. Katie was left to decide whether she could forgive Carter. Taylor and Brooke's feud showed no signs of resolution. Hope wrestled with her feelings for Thomas, while Steffy grappled with her role in the unfolding drama. In true, the bold and the beautiful fashion, the final scene left viewers on the edge of their seats. A mysterious phone call hinted at a shocking revelation that promised to shake up the lives of the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer families. What secrets would come to light next? Only time would tell. This episode was a masterclass in emotional storytelling, showcasing the intricate relationships and intense conflicts that have made the bold and the beautiful a fan favorite for decades. Stay tuned for more drama, passion, and unexpected twists in the episodes to come. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.